Hello, it's me again. So I am recording myself in the brink of 2024, and this video means to celebrate the 10th anniversary of my YouTube channel, Skywalker Hunter. And basically, I just want to look back at the journey of this channel for these past 10 years of me using the name Skywalker Hunter and what I really wanted to achieve with this channel and whether or not this channel fulfilled my truest intention from the day when I decided to just create this channel, Skywalker Hunter. So back in 2014, I decided to create some sort of like an alter ego of myself. So I can't use my real name, and I just want to talk about my passion in collecting movies. So I decided to just create an account, a new YouTube account called Skywalker Hunter. There's no particular reason why I choose that name. So obviously that name is very very close to Star Wars, but perhaps the what I got in my mind at the time because I just I found that the name Skywalker is a very very intriguing name. It's a very very um, cool name, Skywalker, and I wasn't particularly in love with the trilogy, the Star Wars trilogy, and the prequels. I haven't seen the prequels yet back in that time, but the name Skywalker was just stuck in me. Just a brilliant, brilliant name, and I read that name over and over again through a lot of movies because Lucasfilm they got the Skywalker sound in a lot of films. They got involved in a lot of movies and they used the Skywalker sound, so I know that name from those movies. Perhaps in Jurassic Park, I think it's also there. They also use the Skywalker sound, and that is just brilliant. And then when we and I think it was an antivirus and the antivirus when it was scanning the file was like um, trying to find the Luke file Walker. So those names just so brilliant to me. So I just decided to just create that channel with the name Skywalker Hunter. So lots of my friends thought that I choose that name because I was a huge Star Wars fans, but it's it's not. I'm not a. It's not because I am deeply in love with Star Wars, but it's just that I found that the name is just very very cool, and then I like to use that name for my channel. And also, initially, when I started the channel, I was so inspired by making list of top 10 list of best movies, top 10 list of best soundtrack, best animation, best voice actors, those things, because I was so inspired by watchmojo.com. It was very, very big back in 2014. So I wanted to make those things, and I wanted to make review channel. I got these whole things planned out, but still that didn't work out, and I ended up launching a second channel, Skywalker Hunter Archive. That channel got much much more subscribers than this one. As of today, I think this Skywalker Hunter Archive got like 17,000 subscribers, while these channels got only like 1,000 subscriber, which I am very thankful. Despite that, I created that new channel, Skywalker Hunter Archive, because I just wanted to upload some archives that are very very important for my blog, because I was creating a blog at that time. I was blogging, reviewing movies and making the list in my blog. I felt much much more comfortable writing those downs in my blog rather than recording and then uploading those to YouTube. And also when making list, I got bombarded with the copyright strikes from YouTube because using the clips from the movie, that is just such a pain to deal with. And I decided, no, 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 I don't want to deal with that anymore and ever again. And the second channel, Skywalker Hunter Archive, it's the host for old series, animation series dubbed in Indonesian, and the most popular ones. It's for Tintin, The Adventures of Tintin. I figured that the one that's released on YouTube, it's the English version with the new opening. So I wanted to upload the Indonesian version, Indonesian dubbed with the old opening version of that show, and I did. And lots of people got interested in that, and they subscribed to that. And most of the viewers, they are Indonesian who just wanted to feel nostalgic about the past when they watch the series on the national television. So that's Skywalker Hunter Archive. It's much more successful than this channel, but um, that is not really my focus. That is not what I really want to achieve with uploading stuff on YouTube. So once I realized that it's not going to happen, it's not going to be a success. It was like back then a lot of people they wanted to be YouTuber, those things and all. But my intention shifted throughout the years, and eventually in 2022 I decided to just focus on uploading my passion of collecting physical media, especially video CDs. It was because when I browse online, when I look for stuff online about physical media, 9 out of 10 people talk about the Blu-ray version of movies or the DVD versions of movies, and more people talk about the 4K versions of the movies, the 4K Blu-ray release of the movies, and there are more people talking about VHS tapes compared to the video CD. But video CD really it's the format that I grew up with and the format that was more popular than any other format in my region um, in Indonesia and in a lot of Southeast Asian countries. So video CD was the gate for us. It introduced movies for lots of families, lots of people, including myself. So it 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 bothers me when I learn that not so many people talk about the format. It's a very popular format. Lots of people think that because it's a failed format, but it's not a failed format. It was a huge success. It was a massive success in several markets, especially in Southeast Asian markets, in Indonesia, in the Philippines, in Singapore, in Malaysia. Video CD was very popular in the late 90s and all the way throughout the mid 2000s before DVD finally took over. And in my country in particular, because most people cannot speak English, so people really appreciate video CD because video CD release in this country they always have the Indonesian subtitles, while the DVD versions because the distributors they need to import the DVDs from Taiwan or from other countries. They're not allowed to manufacture the DVDs themselves. In a lot of cases, the DVDs they do not have the Indonesian subtitles, let alone the Indonesian dubbing. But they could manufacture the video CDs themselves, so they include the Indonesian subtitles always. And that's why up until the end of the life of the format in my country, video CD continued to be a very popular format because of that. People um, it's fine for a lot of people to sacrifice the image and audio quality for the subtitle, and also it's not always fair or right to compare the situation in this country, in Indonesia, and other countries, like, for example, the United States or Canada or even Australia, because, the day when a lot of people, like the majority of US citizens, they got HDTV, most Indonesians, we still got like probably the 21-inch CRT TV, which that is the standard. And Indonesia only switched to the digital broadcasting, from analog in 2022. I think, yeah, in 2022, we finally switched from analog to digital broadcasting. And I think in the US it was back in 2009. So yeah, I hope that gives the image, or that gives you the picture of the situation and why video CD was very popular, and also the humidity level here is so crazy, so tapes it got mold easily and got damaged much more easily compared to optical media. So that's basically my what is the right word? My mission is to spread the word about this format, this video CD format that was once so popular, that was once so big. It's the equivalent of VHS for my generation in my region, but not so many people talk about that. So I want to do that. And also, it's because we are living in the cyber world that most people they just stream their movies. They just everybody now can have limitless access to movies, and even though when I mentioned that Indonesia probably when you see the comparison about analog versus digital broadcasting, and US was in 2009 and Indonesia is only in 2022. But in the matter of streaming, I think we got there first. So the majority of Indonesian they did physical media way back before everything hit the United States of America. So it's much easier to find US citizens who still collect or still got DVDs and still purchase Blu-ray than Indonesian, because they ditched that format, optical media format altogether long time ago. And the biggest physical media distributor and manufacturer were closed back in 2015, and the second largest followed in 2018. And I think the completion of the closure was in 2019. That was 2 or 3 years prior the shutdown, prior Disney shutting down distribution in Australia. Yeah, because the streaming service is already just popping out in this country in Indonesia. So back in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s, when I want to talk about when we want to watch movies, we wait for the movies to appear on the television, or we rent the movies on video rentals, or we purchase the movies on disc. So the collection that I got in this house, it's not necessarily because I wanted to be a collector, but this was once the way we consume movies. This was once the way we watch movies is through the physical media. So not all of the collections that I got is just the 1 day purchase. So lots of people when they look at the collection, sometimes they think, oh, you got collection probably like in 5 years. No, it's the collection for like 2 decades. Because back then we didn't just purchase movies to collect. We purchase movies because that's how we consume movies. So yeah, we accumulate this stuff throughout the years, and so it's only natural, and it's not surprising that we gather this many movies in the collection. But the point is, back then, not everybody can or willing to do this to spend their money to buy movies, and most importantly spare um, their space for physical media. So not everybody got lots of physical media collection in their houses even back then. So when my friends wanted to watch movies, they would come to me, they would ask me about news and new releases of movies, those things. When we talk about film buffs back in the day, they normally, also got lots of physical media in their home and in their collection. So that's what happened in the past, and I really felt needed at the time, to be frank. So I miss the discussion when I can explain to my friends about the new releases, about the DVDs, about the video CD format, about the difference in image quality, the difference in special features, the difference in packaging. They used to pay attention for that back in the day, but of course now everybody got their own streaming services, and everybody, as suddenly everybody is a movie expert, and they don't really need that kind of a discussion anymore. So by creating this channel and talking just like this, I hope that I can keep the discussion that I really long, that I really wanted to, to continue, to still continue. So that is my second mission and my core for creating this YouTube channel. So um, I didn't think of it to be something that is so big or so huge it explodes or something. I don't really think that this will be like that. I don't think it will ever be really really big, but at least as long as there are like one or two people tuning in, listening to what I've got to say about physical media, that way I know that, oh, there are still people who listen to what I've got to say, to what I've got to share, and they care about the physical media, they care about this stuff that we really really love. And just keeping this community around, that is just such a great moment for me. And also, I'm doing it because I mean, I'm not doing it because of the reward or something from YouTube or from any other things, but I'm doing it because I love to do this. I love to share my passion in collecting movies, in talking about movies and Disney movies formats in general. And I'm so blessed that we got YouTube nowadays, and YouTube allowed me to share my passion. And it's been 10 years, 10 amazing years, especially in the past 2 years. It's been awesome. Um, there are new people tuning in and new people starting the conversation about formats. It's just amazing. And even though I don't get anything probably from YouTube, I'm going to still continue to upload stories because I just love to share what I've got in my collection, because that's the reason why I upload these videos to YouTube, is because I've got to share what I have in my collection, what I have in my mind, that, oh, this is the collection that I got, and it represents the journey that I've been all these years, throughout my life. And these past 10 years of journey in collecting and talking about physical media, and I will never run out of topics really about physical media when we really really dive in and see the potential of, not potential, see the amount of topics out there, because we start this from passion, from the heart. So I will never run out of ideas really, if I want to, if I really really want to even look at my collection behind me. I got like, oh, I want to talk about this one. Oh, it's fascinating. I probably want to talk about that collection. Oh, that is Warner Brothers, and oh, that is the newer version of the Warner Brothers. It's just fascinating to me. So it's these conversations comes from that place, from the heart, and it comes from passion. So I just enjoy doing it. I just love sharing what I've got, my collection. I enjoy watching other people showing their collection, because now I know there are different versions out there. Oh, I have this version of Tarzan on a video CD because it's the Indonesian release. And other people, they got the ones from China. And other people, different people, they got the Tarzan from Germany. It's just great to me to be able to see other people's collection, and I really really use their videos as reference when I wanted to buy the platinum edition of Snow White and Tarzan on DVD, because I don't have those at that time. I go to YouTube and search for other people's collection when they talk about those particular versions of the DVD of those movies, Snow White and Tarzan, and I ended up getting lots of information about that when I wanted to buy the Star Wars Blu-ray 2011 version. I go to YouTube and search for other people's collection when they got those stuff on their collection, and a lot of them, they're from 2011, so old videos on YouTube, and they're still helpful um, more than 10 years later. That is just fascinating, and I really really want this channel to be just like that. It's a place for us all to discuss what we really really love, um, because the world is changing, everything is changing, and this is what we've got, this is what we love. and I'm going to continue to talk about this, as I mentioned probably in my other videos, talking about video CDs and the state of physical media today. Keeping the fire, keeping the light lit, albeit probably very, very dim, but it's still there. I'm just trying to make sure that it is still there, that the light is still there, especially for other formats. Some formats like video CD, which not a lot of people really dive into the format, and I got lots of negative comments about the format. But yeah, here I am trying to explain to people about the format, explain to people about the hobby, the collection, the importance of physical media, the state of physical media, and everything physical media. But most importantly, it's the movies. Most importantly, this all happened because I really, absolutely, and truly love movies, love cinema, and that is my one of my biggest message is that to people, to collectors out there, to never forget what really sparked that for you, what really started that joy in you, that most important and meaningful stuff, that is the film itself and not the format. The format is still fun to collect, the format is still very, very important. These are a very, very important piece of history, cinema history, home entertainment history, but still the most important thing is the actual movie. And I think um, I've managed that in some of my videos, and I'm happy and I'm glad that I did that. And I think that is all that I wanted to share with you at this very moment in celebration of the 10th anniversary of this channel, Skywalker Hunter. And honestly, I only just focus on this channel talking about these hobbies probably from 2022, so probably only 2 years, but still it's listed there on YouTube. You can check on my homepage, my profile. It's listed, or it's I don't know. It's the word is like join. It's joined to YouTube in 2014, so exactly 10 years ago. I think that is all that I wanted to share with you at this very moment. If you're still with me, I sincerely say thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.